Good morning, students. Today we will study about second order lever. The first order lever I have already explained in my previous video which I have posted many days before. Now today is second order lever we have to study. The diagram I have already made for the second order lever. So now first we will study the diagram. See here, in this case what we are seeing, that at one end we will have fulcrum. At one end the fulcrum is placed, okay, and on the other end we will have effort. We will apply effort on the other end. In between fulcrum and effort we will have load. In between fulcrum and effort we will have load, okay. That is why what happens, the load arm from fulcrum to load is smaller in comparison to effort arm from fulcrum to effort, okay. So in second order lever what we are seeing that load comes between fulcrum and effort. Load comes between fulcrum and effort, because of which load arm is smaller in comparison to effort arm, okay. So load arm is smaller than effort arm in this case, okay. So because of this only what happens, we can say that by applying a smaller effort we can uplift the load, okay. By applying the smaller effort we can uplift the load. Why? Because load arm is effort arm is more than the load arm. Because of this what happens, this lever is also known as effort multiplier, okay. It is also known by the name effort multiplier lever, okay. So why it is called effort multiplier lever, okay. The question arises, why the second order lever is known as effort multiplier lever. The answer is that the load arm is smaller than effort arm, as effort arm is more than load arm. So what happens, by applying very less effort, what happens, we can uplift very heavy loads from one place to another place, okay. By applying very less effort we can uplift heavy loads. That is why it is known as effort multiplier lever, okay. It is very important that why it is known as effort multiplier, okay. So it is very important, okay. So this much we have to study here. Now examples of second order lever, okay. Examples means it is given in the book, a boy rowing a boat, okay. Then second is wheelbarrow, okay. A boy rowing a boat and a wheelbarrow is the examples of second order lever which is given in the book on page number 70. So these are the examples, you have to keep this in mind. And this is the second order lever in which fulcrum is at one end and effort is at the other end, and load comes in between, because of which what happens, load arm is smaller than effort arm, and what happens, the effort arm is more than load arm. So by applying very less effort we can uplift a heavy loads, okay. That is why it is called effort multiplier. And mechanical advantage, the most important thing, mechanical advantage is always greater than 1 in this case. Mechanical advantage is always greater than 1 in this case of second order lever, okay. Now we will study about third order lever, okay. In third order lever what happens, that we will study. So this is the whole setup of third order lever. Okay, third order lever. This is the whole setup of third order lever. In third order lever, what we are seeing that? We are seeing that effort come in between fulcrum and load. Now effort come in between fulcrum and load. Fulcrum is on one end, load is on one end, and effort comes in between fulcrum and load. So because of this, what happens? The effort arm from fulcrum to effort will become shorter than load arm from which is from fulcrum to load. So in this case, what happens? Load arm is greater than effort arm. So in this case, load arm is greater than effort arm. Okay, that is why this fulcrum is known as speed multiplier. The other name of this type of multiplier, the other name of this type of lever is speed multiplier lever. Okay, speed multiplier lever. Okay, why? Because in this case, what happens? To lift a lighter load also, to lift a lighter load, what happens? We will apply effort, and by applying a large effort we can lift a lighter loads. Okay, so more effort is required to lift a lighter load. This lever is called speed multiplier, as load moves the larger distance as compared to the effort. Okay, so it is because applying a very less effort, what happens? Load moves a larger distance than effort applied. Okay, load moves a larger distance than effort applied. Okay, load moves a larger distance than what we applied as a effort. That is why it is called as speed multiplier, and mechanical advantage of this type of lever is less than 1, and mechanical advantage is always less than 1 in this type of lever. Okay, so this is the whole setup of third order lever, in which fulcrum and load is at the two ends and effort will come in between. Okay, because of which effort arm is smaller than load arm, mechanical advantage always less than 1, and what happens? It is also known as by the name of speed multiplier lever. Why? Because by applying a very less effort, by applying a very large effort, we can uplift the lighter loads. Lighter माने हल्के loads. Okay, and it is known as a speed multiplier because load moves a larger distance than the effort is applied. So by a large distance, that means by a speed it moves to a larger distance. That is why it is known as a speed multiplier lever. Few examples of third order is sugar tongs, fire tongs. Okay, sugar tongs, fire tongs, a bread knife. Okay, bread knife, all it is given in your book on page number 70. Okay, so this is what is in third order lever we have to study. Remember, the diagram is very important. The reason why it is known as speed multiplier, why it is known as effort multiplier, and examples are very important in these topics. Okay, then we have to study about pulley. Okay, pulley. So see the diagram of pulley. this is first disc. Okay, this is pulley. Okay, this is pulley. This is block by which this hook is attached. Okay, and here we will have axle. Okay, axle. Okay, this is axle, and here also we will have hook on which load is suspended. This is a hook on which load is suspended. This is groove. groove means गड्ढा, जो कि ऐसे ऐसे गड्ढा बना होता है जिसमें रस्सी फंसाई जाती है. सो दिस इज द होल setup of pulley. Okay, so see the definition of pulley is a flat circular disc having a groove in its edge and capable of rotating around a fixed point. Having a groove at its edge and capable of rotating around its fixed point. Fixed point means axle. Okay, fixed point passing through its center, commonly called axle. In a way, axle is a fulcrum around which pulley rotates. In a way, axle is a fulcrum in which the pulley rotates. Okay, so this is the whole setup of pulley. Okay, it is also called single fix pulley. It is fixed from here. It is a block, and from that block what happens, the pulley is fixed, and this pulley is also known as single fix pulley. Okay, single fix pulley. Okay, so single fix pulley. And the use, what is the use of single fix pulley? Why it is used? It is used to lift the heavy loads. Okay, see, a rope will be attached here, and what happens, this rope will go from here to here and load is attached here. See here, this is load. Effort will be applied from this direction towards downward direction. Where effort is applied? Effort is applied on the downward direction. When we will by applying effort, what happen? When we will keep the rope towards down, what happen? Load will started uplifting. So it is convenient to applied effort on the downward direction. ठीक है, किसी भी चीज को पकड़कर नीचे खींचना आसान है, ना कि ऊपर. ठीक है, तो हम क्या अपनी कन्वीनियंट डायरेक्शन में एफर्ट लगा सकते हैं. एंड व्हाट हैपेंस, बिकॉज ऑफ विच व्हाट हैपेंस, लोड इज heavy loads is uplifted from one place to another place. Okay, so what is the use of the single fix pulley? The single fix pulley is used to lift the heavy load. Okay, so this is the single fix pulley. Now we have to study about single movable pulley. Single movable pulley. Okay, and the definition of pulley I have already told that it is a flat circular disc having a groove on its edge, and axle is a pivoted point from where the pulley is attached and pivoted, and it is free to rotate from that point, and it lifts heavy loads. Okay, so this is the single movable pulleys diagram. Okay, So this is the whole setup of single movable pulley. This is the diagram of single movable pulley. Okay, so this is the block, this is block, okay, and this is movable pulley, this is movable pulley. Okay, it works with the joint venture of single fixed pulley. It works with the joint venture of single fixed pulley. Okay, and this is the whole setup. So we are seeing that in single movable pulley a fixed pulley is also used. Fixed pulley is also there in the setup, and this is the movable pulley. Okay, and a rope which is connected from this hook will lie on the groove of this movable pulley. Through this groove it will comes to the groove of single fixed pulley, and by this groove what happens, a rope is comes down, and suppose a man like V is standing here and placing the effort on its convenient direction, that means on its downward direction, and by this what happens, the single movable pulley is the load is attached to the single movable pulley hooks, and what happens, it will take the heavy loads and it will place the load from one position to other position. Suppose what happens, we will apply effort from this direction, so what happens, this load will move on towards this direction. Why? Because this hook is attached to a crane type structure over here, so it will move as we apply effort over here. So what happens, this hook will shifted to this direction and load is also shifted to this direction, and we will place load from one place to another place. Okay, we will change the place of a load from one place to our desired place. Okay, suppose a heavy load is kept at one place and we want to take that heavy load from that place and want to kept that heavy place on the other place. So what we will do, we will use a single movable pulley, and by the help of single movable pulley we can take that load and keep it on the other side at where our desired position. Okay, so in this what happens, a single fixed pulley work along with single movable pulley, and what happens, a hook is attached which is attached to a chain structure over here. Okay, a chain structure over here, and what happens, a rope is attached. This is a rope, this is rope, rope means rassi, a rope which is attached to the groove of the movable pulley. Through this groove it is connected to the groove of a single fixed pulley, and we will apply effort on our downward direction, that means on our convenient direction. By this what happens, the load will keep on moving and the load is shifted from one place to other place. These types of machine is frequently and in a large scale used in a factory and industry setup, where a heavy machines is used from one place to another place to take something from heavy loads from one place to another place. So this is the structure of single movable pulley. Okay, suppose a crane, what happens, crane, what does the crane do? It takes the heavy scraps or heavy materials from one place to another place. So we can consider crane as the example of single movable pulley. Okay, so this is single movable pulley. Now next we have to study about inclined plane. Okay, inclined plane. In inclined plane we are seeing that what are inclined planes. Inclined plane means this is inclined plane. Okay, a slope is a inclined plane. Okay, any sloping surface any sloping surface along which a load can be easily pushed or pulled is called inclined plane. Is the definition of inclined plane. Any load through which it can be easily pushed or pulled is known as inclined plane. So this is the inclined plane. Through this we can easily lift the load from up to down. Okay. Suppose if we have to cross a boundary, what happens? How do we will cross? If it is a boundary like this of this much length, how do we will cross? We cannot cross like easily. What we have to do? We have to go, take few steps back and come running. After running we will jump. By that we can cross that smaller boundaries. Okay. So this needs a lot of effort and energy. So for this, what we can, if we will make an inclined plane through that boundary, we can easily go through that inclined plane and can pass. So that is the method by which we do not have to put large effort. So on this type of case, inclined plane is used. So this type of a case in which inclined plane is used. Okay. So you all have also seen in a practical way also, you all have seen that nowadays the new buildings or new apartments or new houses is made by placing an inclined plane. Okay. Why that inclined plane is placed on the gate of that gate of your house, so that we can easily keep our vehicles from road to our houses. We can easily place our vehicle from road to the house. Okay. So it is used for that. So inclined plane is made over there also. है ना. घर में क्या है, बाइक को चढ़ाने और उतारने के लिए, कार को चढ़ाने उतारने के लिए घर के भी बाउंड्री में क्या होता है, दरवाजे के नीचे क्या एक इंक्लाइंड प्लेन बना दिया जाता है, एक स्लोपिंग सरफेस बना दी जाती है जिसमें कि गाड़ी आराम से चढ़ जाए और उतर जाए. तो वही क्या है इंक्लाइंड प्लेन. दैट इज ओनली इज द इंक्लाइंड प्लेन. यू ऑल हैव सीन विच इज नोन बाय द नेम ऑफ रैम्प, जिसे हम लोग रैम्प से जानते हैं. ओके. यू हैव सीन दैट इफ वी कंसिडर द एग्जाम्पल्स, then you all have seen that in if you have not seen, then also I am telling you that in big ships, in